Good morning. 9:30 on the button on time this morning. That rarely happens, but I'm glad it did today. That gives us the maximum amount of time to explore the law. You see, Ask the Lawyer is an over a decade-long tradition on this radio program as we ask your questions largely submitted by you about the law, for our guest, who is Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. So maybe today's the day your question gets answered. We are about ready to find out. Would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How you doing this beautiful Sunday, Southwest Florida morning?
Just fine, thank you. And I bet you're doing equally as well, if not better.
I'm doing excellent. Anytime the sun's shining and I'm vertical, I'm happy.
For those who might be newcomers to the show, Bruce is always a ray of positivity. And that's good for a couple of reasons, especially when it comes to his answers about these legal predicaments, because he generally has a very positive way of looking at things in that arena as well. And we're about to find out how he does with today's question. Are you ready for it, Bruce?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. It says, my 16-year-old niece, who's been living with my husband and me for the last year while her dad is overseas with the military, was struck while riding her bike and suffered severe injuries, including 2 broken legs. She will need multiple surgeries and rehabilitation. The driver only had minimum insurance, but I have substantial uninsured motorist coverage. However, my insurance company says she is not covered under my car insurance, even though I notified them that I had another licensed driver now living in my home. Can a lawyer help? Well, that I'm sure of. The rest, let's turn to Bruce for some answers. What do you think?
Yes, sir. A lawyer could definitely help. And I would just like to review how this works. So, unfortunately, in Florida, 1 out of every 5 cars on the road don't have bodily injury liability insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's critically important that all our listeners buy stacked uninsured motorist coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And by stacked, it means that it applies to each vehicle that you own. Even if you have 2 different insurance companies, for example, you have a motorcycle on one and a pickup truck is insured with another company.
Mm-hmm.
If you get stacked coverage, it all adds up together.
All right.
So in this case, the victim's aunt has substantial uninsured motorist coverage. Uninsured motorist coverage applies to anyone that's a resident blood relative that lives in the household.
Okay.
So this is a typical insurance company ploy saying, we never pay. However, according to the terms of the insurance policy, they have to take care of this young lady, and she should be adequately compensated.
Yeah. And that's good news. I
Absolutely
have no idea. This is the way I like to look at it when it comes to these situations. I have no idea the makes or models of the vehicles involved here, but trust me when I say this is an insurance company, Dodge, okay? They're trying to get out of something that they should be taking care of, right?
Absolutely. You know, it's clear on the policy.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
adjuster's just trying to pull a fast one on an uneducated person.
Now, whether you could get that to happen organically or need some help with, I would bet you'd need some help. So that's why it's important to reach out to a legal professional pretty quickly on this.
Absolutely. They need to call an experienced personal injury lawyer ASAP.
All right, Bruce. Again, like I said at the beginning of our conversation, I knew you'd have a positive way of looking at this, and certainly a positive result is waiting to be had here. Just reach out and get a hold of the right professional to help you at this time. Thank you again for your help with this situation.
It's my pleasure, Todd. I always look forward to Wednesday morning to answer our listeners' challenging questions.
And I do as well. Look forward to talking to you next week. Have a good one.
Thank you, Todd.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Now, If you've got a question, you're welcome to submit it through our website. Just go there and put the keyword Bruce in the search box. But if you have a problem, like we just heard, I recommend doing something else. And that is get a hold of the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner. The number's 941-743-7777. As soon as you can get a professional working on your case, so much the better. Especially when we're talking about a young girl here who's going to need rehab and so forth. Let's make sure that she can have a normal adult life once that's all done and get some help at 941-743-7777. And tell them Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.